Union and intersection. Let me start with union first. The union of two sets. Let me put it very easy to you guys. The union of two sets, take both sets and put them together. What's contained in both sets? All right, and I got a symbol for union here. Hey, it's a U. There it is. There's the symbol for union. It's in set A or it's in set B. All right, I put both together here. And then I have intersection. Intersection, which means what's in common between both sets, A and B. What do they have in common? And you guys can see here, my symbol for intersection is an upside down U. There's intersection. So union, put the two together. Combine both sets. Intersection, tell me what's in common. All right, so let's try this out with actual numbers on number 1. Everyone sees my two sets A and B. A has 2, 4, 6, and 8 in it. B has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in it. So first question I'm asking is, what's the union of A and B? So I'm going to take both A and B and put them together and write out what everything is. So ready? I'll do this one with you, then you do the next one for me. 1, 2, but I don't write 2 twice. I only write it once. 3, 4, only write it once. 5, 6, and 8. All the numbers in both sets. So everyone okay there? Second part is, hey, what's the intersection? And I apologize, the computer that I have does not have the actual upside down U, so I had to put the best thing towards it, and that's why you see a little horseshoe there. I'm sorry. That's the best I could find. But intersection, what's in common in both now? And you guys see here, they have a 2 in common and a 4. All right, a 2 and a 4. Again, union, I'm going to put them both together. Intersection, what they have in common. Nice and easy. Questions there from you guys here? Anything there between union and intersection before we get to one more example? All right, here we go. So I got this spinner over here, 1 through 8. We're used to the spinner. Set A is going to be all the even numbers on the spinner. Set B is going to be all the primes. Oh boy, I'll have to review that, huh? Set B is going to be all the primes, and then anything that is even and a prime, I'm going to put in here where the intersection should go. All right, so we're going to take number by number on the spinner and put it where it should go, either in set A, set B, the intersection. So let's talk. 1, the number 1. Well, it's not even. We know that for a fact. And I will let you know that 1 is not a prime number. You may think it is, but it is not. Get that out of your head. 1 is not a prime number. Where do I put it then? I can't put it in A. I can't put it in B. You don't put it on anything. You put it outside. So I put the number 1 outside. All right, 2. Where should I put the number 2? Well, we all know 2 is even. And ready? 2 is the first prime number you come across. So it is even, and 2 is also prime. So I'm going to put 2 where the intersection is, because it is even and it's prime, so it goes there. All right, let's keep going. What about 3? Where should 3 go here? Well, it's not even, so it's not going to go in set A. 3 is a prime number. Prime number is a number that can only be multiplied by 1 in itself. And there's no other way I can get 3 unless I multiply it by 1 times itself. So 3 is prime. 4. Where do we think 4 goes? 4 is an even number, yes, and it is not prime, so it's just going to go in set A. It's an even number. It's not prime because you can do 2 times 2 to get 4. All right, let's go now. 5 is prime. 5 times 1, that's the only way I get 5. 6 is just even because you can do 2 times 3. That's why it's not prime. 6, 7, prime. And 8 is just even. All right, so let's see if we can write these, the union and the intersection here for me. You guys ready? Because I'm going to start calling on people here. Union, putting set A and B together. Just sets A and B together. What numbers should I consider being in the union of A and B now? Put both A and B together. What do you got for me? Here we go. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Bassett, give me A union B here.
So 2.
Good. Wait, hold on, Bassett. Hold on. A lot of people don't think you put 2 in because it's the intercept. Yeah, 2's part of set A and B, so it still goes in here. Good, Bassett. Keep going.
2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and then 8.
What? No. 6 gets no love.
Oh, my bad. 6.
Yeah. Whoa. Are you all right, Bassett, today?
Yeah.
Mark it down. January 19th. Bassett got one wrong there. Thank you. I know you'll redeem yourself. Yes, 2 through 8. 1 doesn't count because it's not in either set. But again, you still got to put 2 in there because it's in set A and B. All right, what about the intersection now? Intersection of A and B. 9 spot. Here we go. Should have had this prepared earlier. You guys know who you are, though. Hunter, I know that's Hunter. Go ahead. What's the intersection, Hunter? If you're trying to talk to me, Hunter, I can't hear you.
The intersection is 2.
There you go. Just 2. That's it. Just 2. Good job. Okay, you guys all right on intersection and union? Because that was the first half of today's class, reviewing that with you. Anything you want to talk about? Because I'm going to go on now to a new type of probability. All right, let's do it. This is going to seem strange and uncomfortable at first, but give me a couple examples and hopefully it'll feel a little bit more comfortable. All right, so don't stress out just yet. This is called conditional probability. Here's what it is. I'm still going to ask you a probability of an event occurring, but you're going to know ahead of time another event already happened. All right, so find the probability an event occurs knowing another one already happened. Here's what I mean, a real life example. Ready? Real life example, plain English. I got 2 pennies. 2 pennies, everyone. The first penny I know showed a head. The first penny showed a head. The second one, darn thing rolled underneath the table. Look at that. Rolled underneath the table. First one I know it was a head. Second one landed underneath the table. What's the probability now that both of them end up being a head? What's my probability that both of them ends up being heads? You already know the first one was a head. That's given. Given the first one's a head, what's the probability that both of them are a head now? Anybody want to take a stab at that? Probability that both end up being a head. After you already know the first one is. What are the chances that they're both going to be heads then? Anybody want to take a stab? You got it.
1 out of 4.
50. Why 50% chance, Caroline?
There's only 2 possibilities.
Right? If this one's a head, the second one could be a head or it could be a tail. If it's a head, I got heads. You got a 1/2 shot. Some of you I know at home were probably thinking a 4th. That would be if I didn't know that either of them, right? Because you had head, tail, head, and tail. But remember, hey, watch. Ready? I already knew the first one was a head. What are my chances now of getting 2 heads? 1 out of 2 shots. You see that now written out? Okay? That's what we're going to be doing with the probabilities is, I know this already happened, so what are my chances of this new event happening? Let me give you the notation that you're going to see, because this is brand new notation. I'm going to make it nice and big here on the screen. Probability, there's my capital P, probability that event A happens. Ready? You're going to see a vertical line now, and I read this as given. The probability of A given B has occurred. All right, there's my new notation. Probability of A given B has occurred. And let's actually write that out. This is the most I'm going to have you write today. All right, this is the probability of A given B has occurred. So start looking for this symbol coming up here later on today. All right, let's actually get reps now. Let's actually get some reps. Go ahead, go to my question with, I got a Venn diagram with a whole bunch of dots, right? Whole bunch of dots here. Please stop me at any time, guys. Please stop me at any time, because I realize this is not the easiest stuff. That's why I put it towards the end of the unit. All right. Part A, probability of A happening in that diagram given B has already occurred. Probability of A given B has occurred. So now take a look. I am not looking at all the dots. We don't look at all the dots. B has occurred. So the only thing I'm looking at is the dots in B, because I already know they have occurred. So what's the probability of A happening given B has occurred? So first thing I want to talk about is, what's it going to be out of now, this probability? Your probability is only going to be out of what's in B. So everyone go ahead, count the dots in B now. Count the dots in B. Let me know how many you got. Caroline, how many dots do I have in B?
8.
Only 8? I think you're missing the other 4 there. In B. So look at circle B.
Okay.
Set B. How many do I have there? 12, right?
Yeah.
Because B has occurred, it's only going to be out of 12, everyone. Now, how many are in A now? Out of those 12, how many are also in A? Count them up. Hunter, going back to you. Out of those 12, out of B, how many are also in A?
4.
4. So the probability of A happening coming from B is only 4 out of 12. I don't go from all the dots anymore. I just go from what's already occurred. So it all depends on what has been given to you guys. B was given, so I only go from B, and then I answer the question, how many are from A? All right, let's flip it now. Let's flip it, guys. On part B, what's the probability that B happens given A now? So A has occurred. That's what that symbolic is telling me here. A has occurred. So now I look at set A. A has occurred. So what's it going to be out of now? Now count the dots in A. This probability will be out of not 12 anymore, but how many are in A? 12, there you go. Dan, how many do I have in set A?
Out of 11.
Out of, you want to count those again? How many are in A?
15.
Whoa, we're just, look at set A, Dan. You see the circle that represents set A?
Yeah. Oh, wait, I was counting the ones outside.
Nope, only in set A.
Yeah, so it'd be 6.
6 plus, you also have to count everything in set A.
Oh yeah, plus the ones that 10.
10. So set A is out of 10, everyone. So now this is going to be out of 10. A occurred. How many? What's the probability you get set B now? All right. What's the probability you get parts from B that are also contained in A there? 6. Here you go. Mason, how many are contained in B that are in that set A right now?
4.
4 out of 10. Yep. The intersection there. 4 out of 10. If you guys want to reduce, 2 out of 5. So do you guys, here's bottom line. We're not going out of the total anymore, are we? We do not go out of the total. We only go from what's given. If B's given, I put it over how many are in B. If A was given, I put it over how many are in A. Anybody want to ask questions there? Because I'm going to give you a table now to try to do this. Anything here? All right, let's try a table now. You guys have practice from before the quiz. Go ahead and fill in my two-way table before I answer questions. Please go ahead and fill in the two-way table. All right, everyone, make sure we check. Make sure we're all on the same page here. Making sure our tables all have the same numbers in them before we answer the questions. Hopefully we're good to go. All right, I know it says in the directions, leave your probabilities as a fraction and a decimal. Let's just leave it as a fraction. Forget the decimal part. All right. Most of you just assume, hey, my total's 1,000, so all my denominators are going to be out of 1,000. No. We got to read now. Look at A. A randomly selected student has asthma. The asthma kids are the only ones I'm looking at now. That's it. So it's not out of 1,000. If you guys read your chart correctly, how many students have asthma?
570.
There you go. So now it's going to be out of 575, not 1,000. Because I know it's given to me the student has asthma. So out of that 575, what's the probability that student has at least one member who smokes? So again, student has asthma. This is the only place in the table I'm looking at right now. Out of the 575 of those guys who have asthma, how many have at least one household member who smokes? I'll do this one for you, and then you do the other two for me. There are 235 out of the 575. Everyone see where I'm getting those numbers from? Please stop me if you don't, because this is where I really need you to start picking this up, is using the tables. Out of the 575, there's 235 that have at least one member who smokes. All right, let's go part B now. Now I'm going to start asking you guys. Again, well, not again, I shouldn't say that. A randomly selected student does not have asthma. So now it's not out of 1,000. It's not out of 575 anymore. I'm picking from the students who do not have asthma now. So what number should be in the bottom there, in the denominator? Do not have asthma. Bassett, here you go. Redemption. Let's go.
425.
Darn right. 425 kids don't have asthma. Out of that 425, how many have at least one household member who smokes? Out of that 425, not 1,000, out of the 425, how many of those 425 have at least one household member who smokes? Look on the chart. Oh, going to 12. Dan, here we go. Out of that 425, how many have at least one member who smokes?
175.
There you go, 175. Guys, do you see our denominators are changing and why they are? All right, not out of 1,000 anymore because I'm just picking from a select group now, not the entire group. And last one here because I'm not going to do part D. A randomly selected student has one household member who smokes. So now I'm picking from the students who have at least one household member who smokes. So not out of 1,000, not out of 575, not out of 425. How many students fit in that category I'm going to pick from? At least one household member who smokes. How many? There we go. Nick.
410.
410. And thanks for leaving me with your boy today. Really appreciate that. I thought you had my back. Thought we had respect for each other, but I guess not. You're loving every minute of it, though. All right, guys, out of that 410, how many have asthma? Out of the 410, how many of those students have asthma? Ones. Here we go. Liz, out of that 410, how many have asthma?
235.
Good job, guys. Good job. Good work. And then forget about part D because I'm about numbers. I'm not about debates here. Whether or not a student has asthma is related to if they have a member who smokes. I don't care. I'm about numbers. Are you guys okay on A, B, and C? Where we're going with that? We okay? Why the denominator changes every time? It's not out of 1,000 because you're picking from a certain group now. So out of this group, what are the chances this happens? That's called conditional probability. All right? That's called looking at a certain group and telling me the probability. All right, one more table. All right, one more table. Quickly here, I'm not a big fan of the way this table looks. Anybody know why? I'm missing a little something that I always love to have on my two-way tables.
Totals.
Yep, totals. Go ahead. Go right ahead. Do you need it? No, but it just makes the calculations that much quicker. If you have a total, you can look at it instead of just retyping it every darn time on your calculator. It's nice just to have it right in front of your face. So let's find the total for each now. And then when you're done, just check with me. Let's just double check each other's work and make sure we're good here. Okay, everyone all good? All right, only thing I did different here from the last problem with the table was I actually started to put it in symbolic form now. All right, I'm starting to use the symbols I showed you guys earlier. So what is part A asking me? Can you guys find the probability I choose a male given they already have a bachelor's degree? All right, so we know they already have a bachelor's degree. So we're not going out of 2501 now. We're only looking at the bachelor's degree. So what's the chances that I pick a male from those who have a bachelor's degree. All right, not 2501 anymore. So chances you get a male from those who have a bachelor's degree. All right, what do you got for me? You can do it. Dig deep, dig deep. Oh, there we go. Kian, good morning. What do you think here, Kian? Male, given they have a bachelor's degree.
Is it out of 1323?
Darn right, 1,323. And out of those 1,323, Kian, how many are male?
547.
There you go. Great job. Awesome. 547 out of 1,323. Questions on how we went there? And that's all it is. That's all it is. We just got to recognize the symbol and know what we're given. So next one, probability someone has an advanced degree. Again, given now, we know they're female. All right, we know they're female. Chances we get an advanced degree out of the females now. Given they're female, what's the probability they get an advanced degree? Come on. Guys are doing awesome here. Oh, there we go. Eliana, what are the chances from the females you have an advanced degree? And we're going to have to pick again. Somebody lucky here. 8 spot. There we go. Colin, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm doing all right. Yourself?
I'm good.
Good. All right. What do you think here, boss?
It'd be out of 1485.
Yep. Okay. How many out of those 1485 have an advanced degree?
322.
There you go. Guys, all right? Picking this up a little bit. Not too bad. Be proud of yourself, too. This is not the easiest stuff, all right? A little hardcore math right here. All right, let's flip part B on you now. It's not the same answer. It's not the same answer. Now we're given they have an advanced degree. What's the probability that they're female? So out of all the advanced degrees, what's the chance I pick a female from there? Different question, not the same answer. Because I'm picking from a totally new group now. I'm picking from the advanced degrees now, not the females. All right, come on. You got it. You got it. You got it. Bassett, you got it.
322 over 1485.
Hold on. I get the 322, but now it's out of advanced now. How many have advanced degrees, Bassett? Because that's the group I'm picking from.
567.
There you go. 322 out of the 567 who have advanced degrees. All right, where are we here? Speak to me, because I got something a little bit tougher coming up. Anything? Are you guys feel comfortable using the tables answering these questions?
Yeah.
Speaking for the class, okay. Everyone's all right? All right, last thing we have to do. Now I take the tables away, and I make it into a word problem. Okay, I'm going to take the table away. So I'm pretty confident you guys can use tables correctly to do these conditional probabilities. Now I take the tables away. How are we going to find it now? How are we going to find these probabilities I'm asking for without tables? We do have to use a formula now. Okay, we do have to use a formula. All right, so you guys can see the formula right up above. The probability of B happening given A is going to be equal to the probability of A and B. So if you guys want, that's the intersection. All right, where A and B happen at the same time. What's the chances A and B happen at the same time over the probability of A? That's what is given. Okay, what is given there? All right, let's try it out with these two word problems. Let's try it out. because I don't want to talk. It doesn't make sense when I talk about it, but we got to use it to make sense out of it. So go ahead, read about Math 8, people taking Math 8 and technology at this school. All right, question, here it is. Let's read the question again together. Find the probability that a student takes technology, there's the word that I know it's conditional probability, given that he is taking Math 8. So we already know he takes Math 8. What's the probability out of all the Math 8 kids, they take technology? No table to look at though, right? No table. So first, let's write this symbolically. Is everyone all right if I do T for tech and M for math? All right. So find the probability that the student takes technology, given, there's my horizontal line. I'll put M8 for Math 8. How about that? They take Math 8. Find the probability they take tech, given they're already in Math 8. All right, so I'm going to use the formula now because there's no table to look at, unfortunately. No table. So if I use the formula, here's what the formula is saying. This probability will be equal to those who take tech and Math 8, which I'm given that, over the chances they're in Math 8. That's using the formula up above. I do both of them together and over what's given, Math 8. Whatever is given always goes on the bottom, guys. Whatever is given always goes on the bottom. All right, where do I get these values from? Read the problem now. Read the problem. Read the problem. That's it. So what's the probability they're in tech and Math 8? Let me start with somebody with that question. Read through tech and Math 8. There we go. Anna, good morning.
Morning.
So what do you read, Anna? What's the probability they're in tech and Math 8?
0.12.
Yep, so that goes in my numerator, 0.12. Over now. Probability they're in Math 8. All right, what was already given to me? We were already told they're in Math 8. What's the chances they're in Math 8? Bassett, heard it from you enough? Yep.
0.16.
Oh, you want to add in another one? Yeah, go ahead. 0.16. Yep. You still want to redeem yourself. I understand. I love you're hungry. That's why. I love it. You're a savage. Everyone all right? 0.12 over 0.16. To get both of them together, which is 0.12, over what I already know what the one student's in, which is Math 8. All right, go to your calculator. Everyone go ahead. 0.12 divided by 0.16. You guys get 0.75. You can leave it like that. Remember, you can leave a probability as a decimal. Or you guys could hit the math button on your left-hand side, hit the math button, and turn it into a fraction. Or you could leave it as 3/4. Either one is acceptable. Any issues there? Questions? Before we get to the last one. All right, last one. Sorry again, I told you it was going to be a longer day. All right, you guys can read through about the senior class, Key Club, AP Physics, and Summer and Bolt. All right, what's the probability they're in physics, P, given they're already in the Key Club? Okay, what's the probability they're taking physics, given we already know they're in the Key Club now? So given they're in the Key Club, what's the chances they also take AP Physics? So using the formula we just used twice now, numerator is going to be physics and Key Club. What are the chances they're in physics and Key Club? Over, what do I already know they're in? Key Club. Again, it's always you always put what was given on the bottom. Now there's 3 choices here, not just 2. That was pretty easy on the last one. I just took both. Now I got to figure out which one's the correct one to plug in. So somebody ready here for me? Physics and Key Club. Physics and Key Club, everyone. Find the chances they're in Physics and Key Club. Find it on your directions. It'll be there. There we go. Anna, back to you. Physics and Key Club.
1.9%.
Yep, good. And I could put 1.9 there. I don't need to turn it into a decimal. I could just put 1.9 there. Over that they're in Key Club. So what percent here represents they're in Key Club? Read carefully. Read carefully. Will, what percent are in Key Club only?
2.3.
Over 2.3. So everyone see where I'm getting my numbers from. Both goes on top. What's given is on the bottom. All right, I'll do it with you. Ready? Go to your calculators, guys. I'll do it with you up here on the screen. 1.9 divided by 2.3. I get that decimal. But your directions say nearest tenth of a percent. It's got to be in a percent, though. So you guys know what I need to do with that decimal to turn it into a percent? This is old school, huh? Anybody remember turn a decimal into a percent?
Yep.
What, Caroline?
Move that decimal point.
Where?
Twice to the right.
Yeah, or you just multiply by 100. You're right, Caroline. Yep, multiply by 100, not 1,000. Yep, multiply by 100 or okay, I'm going to flip now. And Isaiah's going to have to feel my wrath because he's the only one in here. So let's try that again. Times 100. Fat fingers. That's what happens when you have the sausage fingers. I get 82. Nearest tenth, though. 82.6%. So this will be 82.6%. So if you're in Key Club, there's an 82.6% chance you also take AP Physics. All right? Again, guys, sorry it went a bit longer than usual. You got your assignment to do all day tomorrow. Okay? Again, a week from today is our last quiz for the whole quarter and the whole unit. All right? A week from today. I will see you guys tomorrow for the assignment. All right? Have a good one. Whew.
Wasn't too bad.
How it was. Young buck.
All right, thank you. I'll see you tomorrow.
See you on the screen.
Yep.
Take a packet out of the box from there, Tyler. I keep forgetting 6th period A day is the group I like. Good. I won't keep the box there too long, Sarah. All right.
That's okay, I'm fine.
All right, good.
I said this one.
There they are. My A-Day squad. There they are. Oh, thank God. You can wear a mask now. I don't need to see that thing hanging out when I'm trying to teach.
It's okay. I could just turn my camera off.
I'm joking. Christo, I only joke with the people I like. Remember that. Because I know you can handle it.
See, the joke to follow that one up is, then why don't you joke with me?
There's times for everything, Tyler. Your turn in the roaster might be sooner, or later. You never know. And plus, it's kind of hard to do remotely,
That is true.
It loses its effect.
It does. It does.
Is this going to be it for the A-Day crew? The squad?
I don't think Shen is here. And I know Timmy isn't. And I forgot that Timmy sits there. This one? Yeah. It almost looks like we're doing triangles. Who'd have done? The beautiful home. When I first started doing that, I just was so confused. And I was like, oh, this is supposed to be medium. I get it now. You're not in the honors global, right?
I'm not.
Okay. So we have to use 8 sentence long things that we have to do like every week and like take forever. Let's do the best. It'll be like just going off of what you know in your head, and then you get past 8 sentences and you're like, I'm done. Yes, I forgot you can eat lunch.
All right. People signing on. Let's get it going. All right. Perfect. We do have a test coming up both tomorrow and Thursday, which I will talk about in a few minutes. There's a couple other things I need to get accomplished here, organizational wise, so I know who's staying home, who is coming to school, because I got to, 1, add you to the Google Classroom when it's not your day, and 2, I got to add you to formative when you're going to take the test at home. So can you just let me know, Tim, are you staying home the rest of the week?
Yeah.
Okay. Again, I just needed to know so I can throw you on Google Classroom here and on formative on Thursday. Niall, you staying home?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. And Shen, you're staying home?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So I got everyone that needs to be on Google Classroom for today is on there. And I'll make sure I get you guys on formative on Thursday. Okay. All right. So here's how the next 2 days are going to go. So please listen carefully. You're coming into school tomorrow. You're taking the test. If you're staying home tomorrow, you're taking the Unit 8 Day 1 notes, which I'll have posted later on today. And you're also going to submit those notes to Google Classroom for credit, so I know that you're actually watching the video while taking notes. All right. So if you would like if you're going to be home tomorrow taking the notes, and you would like an actual paper copy of Unit 8, because you're not a big fan of the Chromebook, you need to email me individually ASAP so I can put a packet down in the front entrance for you, because there's none down there right now, and I'm not going to put them down there. I'm only going to put them down there for the people who want them. All right? If you don't want it, then I expect you to take notes on your Chromebook tomorrow. All right? Questions? So that's the deal tomorrow. Thursday, if you're in class, you'll take it. If you haven't taken it yet, you'll take it on formative at home. And then people who took it on Wednesday will just take the Unit 8 Day 1 notes on Thursday. If you're coming into school tomorrow, I will give you a packet. So you don't need to worry about emailing me if you're coming into school tomorrow. Everyone know where they fall. Don't worry about the schedule, where they fall in individually, taking the test and when you're going to take the notes. All good? Questions? Going? Okay, let me go to the homework now. Go ahead and go to the homework. I'm going to answer questions on the homework. I got to learn how to put that on vibrate. Old man, new technology, you know what I'm saying, guys? All right, let's go to the homework right now. And then I'll talk about what the heck is going to be on this test, which will be the last opportunity for a couple of you to raise that average, which isn't so great right now. All right? Sorry, truth hurts sometimes. All right, so let's talk. Anything on the homework we need to go over? Because, yeah, there weren't many questions to do over 3 days. 3 days, honors kids, to do these. There weren't many, but a couple of them were a little tricky. Mid-segment of a triangle. Just a quick review, and then you can ask your questions. What we learned on Friday before we went on our 3-day weekend here. A mid-segment is formed by joining the midpoints of two sides of a triangle. I join the midpoints, I get a mid-segment. What's so great about a mid-segment? It's parallel to its third side. So right now on my diagram, what would be considered the third side to DE? What is DE parallel to? AB. Okay, those two are parallel. And you should also know something about the length of DE. How does the length of DE compare to the length of AB?
It's 1/2 AB.
Half the length of AB. There we go. Okay, so that's how that works. Questions on the homework we need to go over. Let's go. Ask away now. Ask away. Now, I know there were some tricky ones. Fourth period asked a ton. First period asked none. So I'm kind of in between here how I feel. We're all good. We're all good on the last one. Number 19 was asked in period 4 how I got X. 11 was asked. No, I'm sorry. 12 was asked in period 4.
Can you go for 19?
19, here we go. I'm actually going to get rid of all this. And I want to try to blow this up because it works better when I blow it up. There we go, 19. All right, we are told you got to read the directions. These three are mid-segments, which means they're all parallel to their third sides. So what I'm going to focus on in this problem is that PH and KL are parallel to each other. I look at angle X, and I'm going to start challenging you guys now because we got a test coming up. Anybody else, if those lines are parallel, name the angle that should be congruent to X. X and what other angle should be congruent here if those lines are parallel? Let me help you out here a little bit. PH, KL, here's a transversal. Anybody see the angle that angle X should be also congruent to? Anybody see it on that diagram? What's up, Sarah? JHP. Angle X and JHP should be congruent because those are what we refer to as alternate interior angles. Good, Sarah, good. Can you guys find angle PHJ? I hope so. We've been in geometry long enough. 44 plus 76 plus PHJ should add up to what?
180.
$1.80 for straight line. Yep. So angle X is just going to be 180 minus the 44 minus the 76. Those are alternate interior. And how to find angle PHJ, I take 180 and subtract the other two. That was only one way, by the way. If somebody at home right now is saying, why did he do it that way? I did it this way. Okay, you did, and you're probably correct. All right, you're probably correct.
Can you go over 12, how to set up the proportion?
Yep, number 12, I'm going to question in class on how to set up number 12. Get that down there, get this back. We'll blow that up. Okay, 12. AC is 14. BC is 8. AD is 21.
Oh, I see what I did.
You sure?
Yep.
And we had to find that. Okay.
Instead of, I put 8 instead of 6.
Well, 6 would be AB.
Right, but in my proportion, I did 6 instead of 8.
Okay.
Gosh, but there you go.
Anything else we want to discuss?
For number 42, was the answer format supposed to be one coordinate with
Well, 2 coordinates.
of
2
n and
coordinates. So you're going to find, for number 42, it said find the mid-segment of ABC that's parallel to BC. So the line that's going to be, the mid-segment that's going to be parallel to BC is going to be the midpoint of AB along with the midpoint of AC. Because once I join these sides, then that'll be the mid-segment for BC.
So you're supposed to say those 2 points, yeah?
Those 2 points, yep.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. Correct, yep, by using the midpoint formula. And yes, one of them came out to be, I think, a half
Yes.
in one of the coordinates, right? So, yeah. Anything else we need to talk about mid-segment? I want to say, you know it's going to be on there on the test. So I want to say 2 questions on mid-segment on the test, 2 questions. Any other questions, comments, concerns? Okay, I'll quickly look at yours here, guys. While I'm looking at everyone's in class, you guys go ahead and submit it on Classroom, please. If not, due by 2 o'clock, remember. 2 o'clock. I never stopped the recording from last class. 53 minutes.